What's going on, guys? RoadKingSino here, bringing you another episode of the Dirty Left Shoe Chronicles. In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to ride a motorcycle in 10 minutes or less. Quick disclaimer, guys, in no way, shape, or form am I saying after you watch this video, you're just going to be able to hop on a bike and go. It's definitely going to take practice. Practice, practice, practice. So listen to what I'm saying, get in your practice, and there you go. Make sure you at least have a helmet on, some type of jacket or long sleeve, some pants preferably, and some gloves, definitely. So remember, you don't have the control over the machine. You really don't have a whole lot of knowledge and know-how with that machine. So I do encourage you to wear your gear when you're practicing how to ride a motorcycle and when you're executing any of these techniques, no matter how slow they are. So let's go over some of the components that it's going to take to actually get this bike going. That way you understand the concept a little more. You got your clutch. This is your clutch lever, okay? You got your front brake lever. You got your throttle. And you got your shifter. And what most people like to say is that if you can drive a manual car, you can ride a bike. That's not necessarily true, but it can help, I'd say, just because it's that same concept of working your clutch and working your throttle together to be able to pull off smooth. So I'm just going to teach you a little technique. On any bike, you have your clutch lever. And by having this clutch lever, you're able to slide your clutch, is what I call it, okay? And as you slide your clutch, you can start to feel that chain or that belt on whatever bike, if you have, you know what I mean, a Harley or some type of cruiser bike, or even if you have a sport bike, of course. You can feel that chain start to tug, start to pull on a drivetrain. An easy method that I go with and I like to show people if I'm showing them how to ride is don't worry about the throttle to get the bike moving. When you're first starting out, don't worry about the throttle. Start getting familiar with being able to get the bike going. On the right-hand side, you got your rear brake. You won't need to use a whole lot of that. So we won't worry about that for the purposes of it. So let's go over a little drill that's actually worth you doing, so I can kind of show you the concept that I'm talking about with just utilizing the clutch and not utilizing the throttle. I'm not responsible for any whiskey throttling that might go on. So please take your time and be easy with that throttle. For the purposes of this video and for the purposes of this actual exercise, I want you to take your hand on this throttle, keep your wrists underneath that throttle. That way you can assure that you won't be like this,
pulling the throttle when it take off on you, okay?
So what you want to do is, bike is in gear right now. How do I know? I'm rolling it back and forth and it's actually not moving. You know, I can only move it a short distance. So you need to find your neutral. Some bikes won't start. They have the whole switch set up. So try and always keep your bike, or try and put your bike in neutral when starting it up. That's a good way to know for sure that the bike's gonna start up. So ignition on, start switch on, and we're about to crank it up. Some of them have a mechanism in it, or some of them have a switch to where you have to pull in your clutch to start it. Some don't. It's just force of habit for me, so I always grab in the clutch or pull in the clutch. Bike cranked up, okay? As long as you have it in neutral, it's fine. You can move the bike back and forth. It's not gonna go anywhere, you know what I mean? Do not hit that shift lever and put that bike in gear without grabbing this clutch. And just so you all know, because I didn't go over this with you all, shift pattern on this when you're in neutral is down 1, up 5. You have some bikes that's actually 5 gears instead of 6 gears. For this, it's down 1, up 5. Okay, that's 6 gears total. Going down 1, and then when you go up 5, that's your other 5 gears, which brings a total of 6 gears. Some bikes are down 1, up 4. Okay, and this is all street style shifting. You know, once you get into GP motoring style gear shifting patterns and things like that, it's the exact opposite. Don't worry about any of that now. Anything you're going to get on is going to have that shift pattern of down 1, up 4, or down 1, up 5. First thing we're going to do, slam down on that shifter. Make sure you hold that clutch in, okay? It's in gear. Hold on to this clutch, hand underneath the throttle. Sorry about that, wrist underneath the throttle. start easing out of that clutch. Keep your feet on the ground now. Don't be scared of it. And if you feel too nervous, you're not going to pull down on the throttle because you're what I'm going to say what I'll call bottomed out. Okay? Start letting out of it. Walk your feet. As it's pulling, bring it back in. Keep your feet down. Okay? Let it out more till it's all the way out. See, it's pulling you. Let it all the way off. When you want to stop, just go ahead and bring that clutch back in and slowly grab that brake. That's with no throttle. Any bike is going to pull like that that's set up correctly. So let's go back. We'll try that exercise again. Let's get it in gear. Grab your clutch. Get it in gear. Got my hand underneath the throttle, bottomed out. Take. Let up out of that clutch. Slowly. 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 Feet down, feet down, feet down, feet down, feet down. Feet up. All the way out of the clutch. Look. Look at both of my hands. Bike is pulling. Now you feel that bucking? Giving it a little gas is actually what's going to smooth that out. Okay? Now just grab your clutch back in. Hit that brake. Okay? So now that we know how to move the bike, I'm going to teach you how to shift gears with this exercise. This is going to be the easiest way to learn how to ride a motorcycle because you're literally letting the bike do the work. You're just maintaining control of it, but ultimately you're letting it do the work. So now let me show you the concept of shifting gears. Same thing. You're going to pull in that clutch, ease out the clutch. Let that bike get up to speed. Let the motor get up to speed. In this drill, we're going to give it a little bit of throttle, okay? Once we're all the way out of the clutch, we're going to give it a second, grab the clutch, shift gears, which is going to put it into the second gear, let up out the clutch again, and just let the bike do its work, giving it just some light throttle. The key to this exercise is maintaining control between the clutch and control between the throttle. Reason why we were underneath last time is so we didn't do that, God forbid, whiskey throttle. This time we're going to go parallel with the throttle. Okay, we're going to keep our wrists aligned with that throttle so we can still control and maintain how much we're actually giving it. And if it does happen to jerk, it won't be as bad. So it's just kind of like a safety precaution. All right, so let's try and go over this exercise. All right, I'll walk you through it. Find neutral, in neutral, okay? Slam down on that gear. We're in first gear, okay? Ease out of that clutch. Easy, easy, easy. Let it do what it does. All the way out of the clutch. Give it a little gas to smooth it out. Grab the clutch, shift gears, second. Let out of the clutch, shift gears, third. Now just grab your clutch in, give it some brake. Always maintain control. Do not get scared of what you already know the bike is gonna do. Let out of that clutch. Let the bike do what it's going to do. Again, it's about maintaining control of what the bike is going to do by nature, by what you actually have it set up doing at that moment. Grabbing that clutch, shift gears, let out of it, easy. Grabbing that clutch, shift gears, let out of it, easy. Got a speed bump coming up, we're not worried. Slow down, grab that front brake, ease over that speed bump. Let back out of that clutch. I'm in third gear and look, it's pulling. It's not doing a whole lot. You just got to be able to control the clutch. Okay, you see it's smoothing out. That's it. Look, I'm not even giving the bike any gas. The majority of bikes are set up in this manner now. So it's about maintaining control. In third gear, I want to slow down. Grab the clutch, shift down, second gear. Grab the clutch, shift down, first gear. Let out of the clutch, it's still pulling. Grab the clutch, start applying your brake. It's as simple as that, guys. All right, so those are a couple of techniques that you can actually start practicing right away. Any of these things that you're doing when dealing with a motorcycle and learning how to ride obviously is going to take time and take a lot of practice. It's all about seat time and getting familiar with the machine that you're actually trying to ride. So make sure you all put in your work and practice. Maybe you know what I mean, you could start learning how to ride with someone else who is learning how to ride as well. Just make sure y'all have someone there with you that actually already knows how to ride. But if you found this video helpful, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.